Welcome to video 3 of our conversation about narrative care as a therapeutic approach to counseling in general and to Christian counseling in particular. I am Dr. Johan Martin. I'm a clinical counselor and I specialize in chronic stress-related conditions and disorders. I'm the author of the book Moving On from Chronic Stress to Sustainable Resilience. All information I shared in this video has been derived from this book. The aim of this video is to introduce you to 16 potentially dangerous scenarios and emotions associated with chronic stress-related conditions and disorders, and that can be dealt with by means of narrative care. Every narrative care session follows this agenda: turn up, care, listen and share. Turn up, care, listen and share. I will explain the meaning of each one of these agenda points in more detail in follow-up videos. Today I want to invite you to join in the narrative care process. This process is aimed at people who turn up for counseling because they feel that things are somehow not the way it should be. So, we start the process by asking the narrative question. What happened, happens, or may happen that makes you feel the way you feel? What happened, happens, or may happen that makes you feel the way you feel? This question is unique to narrative care. Once the counselees explained what happened, happens, or may happen, with as much as possible eyewitness kind of sensory detail, we can take the next step. We start helping them define the danger emotion or emotions they experience. Only then we are empowered to help them identify the danger scenario or scenarios associated with these emotions and that may cause, maintain, aggravate or prolong chronic stress-related conditions and disorders. Conditions and disorders that need to be dealt with during counseling. During years of research, I isolated a spectrum of 16 potentially dangerous scenarios we are often confronted with either within our families, at work, or elsewhere. Scenarios that may cause, maintain, prolong, or aggravate chronic stress-related conditions and disorders. I also isolated the colorful spectrum of 16 potentially dangerous emotions we may experience when confronted with these scenarios. Now, have a look at the following statements and mark those ones you think may be true for you. I feel unsafe due to potential or real danger threatening something or someone I call mine. I feel overwhelmed due to demand overload. I feel confused due to a lack of consistency within my circumstances. I feel deprived or wronged due to being unjustly excluded from opportunities to participate and make my contribution. I feel frustrated due to a lack of options. I feel financially insecure due to a lack of financial resources. I feel controlled due to someone or something violating my freedom to make my own choices and carry out my own decisions. I feel guilty due to breaking my own internalized rules. I feel ashamed due to an inability to live up to the standards set by those I hold in high regard. I feel disregarded due to not being recognized, validated, or respected by those I hold in high regard. I feel betrayed due to a lack of loyalty, trust, and support received from those I hold in high regard. I feel lonely due to not having meaningful connections or relationships with friends or with family. I feel bereaved due to the loss of something or someone I call mine. I feel hopeless due to a lack of meaningful purpose. I feel irritated due to sensory overload. I feel unwell due to physical signs of compromised health. It is really important for us to understand that if we measure the intensity of any one of these emotions on a scale from 0 to an extremely intense 10, that particular emotion may start turning into raw, irrational anger once it crosses the 8th level mark. We then may identify this emotion as a danger emotion. The bad news is that if we neglect our danger emotions, they may escalate into raw, irrational anger. Once this happens, it is too late to avoid the anger emotion-driven output behavior we call aggression or violence. In order to manage a danger emotion, before it is too late, it obviously is important that we identify that particular danger emotion we experience as soon as possible. The good news is that we can actually identify the danger emotions by considering the above-mentioned statements and by watching our follow-up videos. This knowledge may empower us to also identify the external dangerous scenarios associated with our danger emotions. This again may help us regain some constructive control over the relevant danger elements within these scenarios. It may also help us regain some constructive control over our defensive, emotion-driven output reactions. Most of these reactions will probably first be in verbal form, followed by physical neglect, abuse, or violence. This is what I refer to as scaring communication. Once we gain some control over our scaring communication, we may be empowered to move on to more caring communication, followed by more caring behavior within our intimate and other relationships. Thank you for watching this video. In our next video, 4, we will deal with anxiety, fear, chronic stress, and narrative care. Have a great day and remember to do the caring thing.